Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This cute little dog is Popeye, and we are the RC Sailors. Look at that.
He loves that thing.
Official mascot. Good job, buddy. Today, we're going to take a look at a $20 little micro drone. It's not quite as small as the Furibee F36, but it's basically the same idea here. It's just spread out a little bit more. So, a little bit bigger, a little easier to see.
Does it have a camera?
No camera on this version. There may be one with a camera, but not that I saw. It's called the Attop, which that name is starting to kind of come around a bit more now. A11. And for some reason, this one, it makes me hungry when I hear that. A11. A11. Wonder why. It comes with the...
It has four-bladed props.
Four-bladed props. Yeah, 4 spare props in here. The instruction manual, which you might as well hold on to, but you don't really need. A little baby Phillips screwdriver so you can get in the battery hatch and put in 2 AAA batteries. There's no altitude hold on this drone. It's just a fun-to-fly little drone to zip around. You have a little tiny LiPo battery. This is a single cell 3.7 volt, and it says 220 milliamps.
Seems a little small for that.
It does, but there's just a tiny little tray underneath, and then it just barely fits in there. So you would not be able to fit anything bigger. You'd have to like tape it on the bottom, and a USB charge cable. That's everything that comes with it. So this one is simple. I like these simple ones. Sometimes simple is just the best, because there's not a bunch of bells and whistles to distract you.
Or break.
Flying or to break, yeah. So let's put it in the air and see how it flies. The one thing that I don't like about this from the start is there's no on-off switch. So to get it all ready to fly, it's kind of finicky. You have to plug in the battery, then slide the battery into its tray pretty quickly so it doesn't calibrate. Then set it down, give it a second while the throttle's down on your transmitter, turn it on, then wait another couple seconds, the lights will change, then go full throttle up, wait half a second, full throttle down, and the lights will go solid. Sounds like a mouthful because it really kind of is. Now we're all used to doing that, but an on-off switch makes that a whole lot easier and you don't feel like you have to rush to get it done. So a little negative thing, but this is a simple drone. So let's just fly this. Okay, I think he's embarking. Now I'm definitely fighting it. It wants to drift off to the right quite a bit, so let's try to trim that up before we really talk about this too much. Kind of hard to trim this one. It doesn't have a lot of throttle punch, and we're already getting a low light indicator. That is not good.
I told you the battery was too small for that size.
This is not good. Yeah, so the light's blinking. Let's see if it'll let us do a flip really quick. Nothing. There's the rates. This is not going to be one. There's 3 rates. But it started off weak. It wants to drift quite a bit off to the right. It's just not a great drone. I'm just going to keep flying it until that light goes off, until our battery is completely done, because it's hard to see the green lights on the front. They're very dim. You guys are now looking at the blue light on the back. Looks a little bit better, but the green light on the front is pretty horrible. That's a long time to be blinking. Maybe the low battery indicator just kicks on way too early on this drone. It's very possible, but I agree with you, that battery is... Now I'm giving it full left, and it was struggling to go left, and then it decided, okay, I'll go left for you. So the control board on this one just is not very good. It won't flip for me or anything. That's full left. Really slow.
What? How many rates do you have?
3 rates. And this, let's do a throttle punch. No, okay, 3, 2, 1. That was a throttle punch. My light is blinking erratically now. It's not just a steady blink. It's solid for a second, and then it blinks really quickly. Sometimes it wants to hover. I can hear the motors changing pitch regularly. It's this is just not fun to fly. It's a bit of a struggle.
I don't think we've had a single product from Attop that we've liked.
I can't remember one.
I think that white truck that was like a VW, I think that was Attop. That's the most recent one I can think of.
Now it's drifting off to the left a bit on its own. I'm constantly having to fight the drone. It's flying up just fine now. The throttle management is very hard to maintain on this little quadcopter, and just the directions. And then the light is really throwing me off too. It's very random. I know you guys can't see it as easily as me because it's facing me, but the light is very random. Sorry about that. I don't know. This is not fun to fly. I feel like the motors are underpowered. It's too small of a battery. And now I'm drifting off to the right really fast. This drone has a mind of its own. Oh, it's really bad. It's wanting to fly off to the left really fast. That's it. Every time it goes to your right, or to your left, I'm sorry, that's it. Hands free, there it goes. I don't understand why the light's blinking. It just does it on and off. I'm sorry.
I don't think Popeye likes this one very much.
Okay, now it feels like it's in a weird headless mode. It's so weird. This is not a joy to fly at all. You see the light? Mm-hmm. And that's full throttle occasionally, so not full.
You doing weights or something?
Yeah, just trying to play around with it. That's full left, and it's still going to the right. I think we're done here. That whole video was really me just struggling and telling you that I was struggling, and it's hot too. The battery's hot.
We'll have some.
That's hotter than usual.
We'll have some better mini Whoop style drones linked up here, so be sure to check those out because we're not recommending this one.
That's a hot battery. That's overworked. Your batteries should never come off of an RC that hot. I mean, if that was bigger, I could probably cook an egg on that. That's really hot, and I'm sure the motors are going to be cooking too. This is just a prime example of someone trying to make something that looks similar to the Furibee F36. You know, you go to your buddy's house, they're flying this great little drone, unbeknownst to you that maybe we recommended or other people recommended, Popeye sneezed, and you know, they've got the Furibee F36, and then you're browsing online and you see this and you think that looks exactly like what my buddy had. 20 bucks isn't too bad, I'll pick one up. It even comes with its own transmitter and everything, but this does not fly very well. You okay, buddy? Did you just get too worked up with the drone? Yeah. So this is a very solid pass. Don't waste your money on this. I will link it in the description box below so you can check it out for yourself. Even if this dropped down to $5, I would say it's not worth it because it's just no fun to fly. It doesn't fly right. It's possible that we could have gotten a lemon or a dud, but generally speaking, that's not the case. I'd say there's a lot of these out there that just don't fly well. If you guys appreciate us saving you money by letting you know when we find duds, then even if it's just $1 a month, we really appreciate your support on Patreon. We'll have it linked in the description box below, right by the drone link. And if you just want to donate for 1 month or 2 months or something, just to say thanks, that really goes a long way. We actually have a little one on the way. Family is expanding, so we could use that help probably more now than ever. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye!